through the lens of Ansel Adams. Ansel Easton Adams was born on February 20th, 1902 in San Francisco, California. Adams would become one of the most recognized black and white landscape photographers of the American West, especially photographing Yosemite National Park. Adams was an only child and was extremely close to his father. He became interested in playing piano at the age of 12, and this would become his main focus during his youth. As a musician, he was able to perfect his craft, which heightened his visible ability. He had an exploring nature from a very early age, taking to the beauty of his natural surroundings. It was during a family vacation to Yosemite National Park in 1916 that his father gave him a Kodak Brownie box camera. His first photograph was the half dome pictured here. It was during this trip that Adams fell in love with photography, and it became his obsession. In fact, he returned the following year with a better camera and a tripod. Photographs taken from 1918 to 1927 alternated between mere records of scenery and more artistic expressions. Adams states that in 1927 that while composing a photograph of Half Dome, he was able for the first time to imagine what he wanted the finished print to express before he clicked the shutter. By the 1930s, he decided that photography would be his chosen profession and left behind the thought of becoming a pianist. Adams states that most of my photographs made before 1930 were distant grandeurs, but as I learned the inherent properties of camera, lens, filters, and exposure, I also gained freedom to see with more sensitive eyes the full landscape of our environment, a landscape that included scissors and thread, grains of sand, leaf details, the human face, and a single rose. Adams began photographing ordinary objects, for example, pine cones, leaves, or scissors. He used a soft focused lens and printed the images on cream-colored textured paper. According to Adams, this characterized his photographs as a microscopic revelation of the lens. He also began photographing buildings and landscapes. From time to time, he began to lower the horizon to include cloud-filled skies. In 1943, Adams mounted his camera on top of his station wagon so that he could get a better vantage point of the immediate foreground and was able to enhance the angle for the expansion background, giving him the ability to capture the beauty of the landscape before him. Adams has a way of using the aesthetics to bring out the detail of the scene. Lighting and depth of field contribute to the composition embedded in each photograph. We start with a photo taken of a tree in 1927. The tree is located in Juniper Woods, Sierra Nevada. The light and shadows play a major role in this point. Adams said, "It is my intention to present through the medium of photography intuitive observations of the natural world which may have meaning to the spectator." My snapshot of a tree located on the campus of University of Richmond may not express the detail as radiant as Adams, but still captures the elements of light and shadow. Adams and I share a passion of snow-covered pine trees. This is one of my favorite photos from the Ansel Adams collection. You can almost hear the crisp sound of the snow falling, as well as you can feel the coldness of the weather. Adams states that a photograph is usually looked at and seldom looked into. When you observe this photo, you simply cannot resist looking into it. This was taken in 1933 in Yosemite National Park. My photo was taken in my backyard during a recent snowstorm. Again, I can feel the coldness of the weather and the magical feeling that lies within the tree lines. Leaves are always an interesting subject matter, and Adams takes advantage of the leaves located at Mills College, California in 1931. In the beginning, Adams used leaves as his subject matter in order to capture the detail, lighting, and exposure. Next are the dogwoods, located in Yosemite National Park. This photo was taken in 1938. Again, attention to detail and the ability to utilize the technique of filters and exposure. My photo demonstrates focus and clarity. Here is an excellent example taken in Glacier National Park in Montana in 1942 of how Adams lowered the horizon to include the cloud-filled skies. My photo simply captures the sun peeking through the clouds and the limbs of the tree, which radiates a softness. Adams and I have a fascination for fences. He captures this fence head-on in a Tamale Bay, California in 1936. Lighting proves to enhance the details of the railings. My photo is a good example of depth of field. The curvature of the fence allows the viewer to feel the flow and to appreciate the shadows that beam through the slats. Adams states, "Simply look with perceptive eyes at the world about you and trust to your own reactions and convictions. Ask yourself, does this subject move me to feel, think, and dream? Can I visualize a print, my own personal statement of what I feel and want to convey from the subject before me?" There are always two people in every picture, the photographer and the viewer. Ansel Adams passed away in April 1983 at the age of 82 from cardiovascular disease. He will always be known for his love of nature and his ability to bring the viewer into his world.